ladies and gentlemen, Dick Cavett.
Thank you, and thank you for writing these cards and giving the pencil back to our pages. I'll just read these, and you... We're stuck in the balcony, and yet the people... We're stuck in the balcony, right? And yet the people directly below us came to the theater after we did. They make me sick. Well, does this happen? No sound of it. If they're directly below you, you can certainly fix them. I understand you will only be on one night every 2 weeks next year. Is that definite, or are you still negotiating? That is almost set. All we have to work out now are the vacations. And I didn't look at you. I never look at you. Keep a civil tongue in your head. What was that? They're monitoring us. Do you realize that Lincoln anticipated the energy crisis when he said you can't fuel all the people all of the time? It is not surprising that this person did not have the guts to sign his name. Who did this? See? How are you conserving electrical power? We're cutting the microphones during your roars of laughter so that the people at home aren't actually hearing them. They probably think you haven't been roaring with laughter. What is that groovy, great-looking band leader's real name? That would be Doc Severinsen. Would you wait in line to get into this theater? Listen, I may have to one of these days. Would you be interested in coming to a performance of Charlie's Aunt by the Gaffney, New Hampshire Community College Players? No, I'll wait and catch it on Wide World of Entertainment, I think. That's... Now that you have so much spare time, will you let up on this? Now that you have so much spare time, do you have any interest in pictures? What kind and who's selling them? Have you ever had Xavier Hollander on your show? No, nor anywhere else. Have you done much sleeping on waterbeds? No. Does anyone? I don't know. I have no experience with waterbeds whatsoever. You're one of the more literate people on television. Bet your old wazoo. Consequently, I would like to know if you think Gertrude Stein was a genius or a babbling twit with delusions. That's an actual card. Miss Miller, did you ask me this? I haven't decided whether Irwin Corey is a babbling. That's a very strange question. I have completely stopped by that, and I have no way of answering it. Where is Ronald Ark of the Pratt Institute?
Right here.
Are you Mr. Pratt? Are you the one who's sick over the person in the downstairs? I couldn't answer you, but I will refer you to my article about Gertrude Stein, which is appearing in the upcoming Playboy. Why do people that have traveled all the way from Berkeley, California, have to wait an hour and a half in line to see this show? What are we doing to our audience? Where are you? Oh, they obviously left. Well, please give my brother a job. Coming here for a job is like asking a gas station for a job. You're one of the few performers who seems to have genuine respect for his audience. How do you account for that? I give the nitwits what they want. It's as simple as that. My wife has a crush on you. For 3 weeks of every month, I am king. But when you're on the show, and you are on, I am nothing. What do you suggest I do? You could let Rosengarten do your warm-up, or something. I can't answer that. It's too filthy. My car has been towed away. Do you think I can get it after the show? Where? How much? Do they take credit cards? Saul Lapp, where are you, Saul?
Yeah.
Did they really tow your car away?
Yeah.
And you want to know if you can get it back?
Yeah.
It depends on whether it's the police who towed it away or not. Sorry about that. Do you have any far-out sex hang-ups, or are you completely normal? That's a silly question. No two analysts or whatever would agree on what normal is. And if my wife doesn't mind dressing as Bullwinkle Moose, it's none of your business. Nerve of these people. People really know about me. I understand you used to be a magician. What did you call yourself? Tricky Dick. It wasn't much of an act. I made things vanish, but it didn't fool people. Oh. That reminds me. I was using this. Well, here's the thing. This is interesting. This is a complete change of pace and a little ironic. We present this now without comment about, could we do that now, that piece of tape? In August of, way back in August, you may remember, I did a show with some of the members of the Senate Watergate Committee, and a couple people have referred to a moment in that show, and I thought I remembered it, but I wasn't sure it was that way, and someone checked the tape, and it was. Have I intrigued you? If you'll roll that, I will just show you this moment. This was, cast your mind back to last August. I believe Mr. Haldeman had just revealed that he had had some tapes at home. That was that day, and I was. Would you be highly suspicious if it had happened that when suppose you got to the point where you get the tapes, and it turns out that while Mr. Haldeman had the tape, he accidentally erased it by not knowing how to work his tape recorder, because there are tape recorders that will erase while they're playing a tape, or some overzealous aide went in and destroyed the tapes, and everyone at the White House was horribly embarrassed and said, we certainly didn't mean for this to happen. What would you do? Anyone?
Well, I got a quick education from one of your crew out here who happens to live in Connecticut about this whole subject, and I am now technically prepared for that should it arise. But quite frankly, I think any one of us goes ahead and makes the assumption that that is not the case. Again, I take a different attitude. I think maybe some of the attitudes that prevailed, in the late 60s and early 70s, I presume every person that comes here is innocent, is going to go ahead and tell the truth, and not the other way around.
How old are you? Who is this Gene Dixon, anyway? Two hilarious young men, Peter Cook and Dudley Moore, whose show is a big hit on Broadway, are here with us. Actor and author Robert Shaw, certainly one of the most interesting men I've ever met, and the author of Sexual Suicide, George Gilder, will be with us.